What you're seeing here on the screen is an illustration of what's going on right now in Central Florida. One of the greatest trends I've ever seen in real estate recently. A very old house in a specific location getting demolished, gone, and instead a brand new one is being built. This is Winter Park in 2026, one of the most sought addresses in the entire Central Florida, and it's in the middle of a transformation that is reshaping the entire Winter Park market, dividing long-term residents and newcomers. So today, what I'm going to show you may blow your mind or not, I don't really know, but this is really interesting, especially if you're looking to invest or move to Winter Park. Now, let's do this. But before we jump into this, if you're interested in relocating to Winter Park or understanding what a historic home looks like, or if you're just interested in knowing what it takes to buy an old home, demolish it, and build a brand new one on top of it, and what do you make out of it, just click on the link below, let's schedule a call, and I'll tell you exactly what the strategy is, because this is golden. Alright, so if you really know Winter Park, let's start with Park Avenue. Brick paved, tree lined, lined with boutiques and restaurants and some of the best people watching in Central Florida. You got the Morse Museum of American Art, you also got Rawlings College that is super close, and this is the version of Winter Park that gets posted on Instagram. But here's what I want you to understand about Park Avenue as a real estate anchor. The closer you get to this street, the more the land underneath any home is worth, regardless of what is sitting on it. That is the fundamental driver of the teardown trend in this market, all right? So the land value here has gotten so high that in many cases it is financially rational to demolish a livable home and build a brand new one on top of it, because the land plus the new construction appraised value will significantly exceed what you could sell the existing home for. And that is not a normal statement, all right? It's math. And it is the math that is reshaping the city one block at a time. Now, I want you to take note of this. This is what the locals call the 3 streets. If you live in Winter Park and you have been watching construction crews operate in your neighborhood for the past decade, this is the part of the city you know. Streets named like Lakeview Avenue, Lake Sioux Avenue, Forest Hills, Osceola Avenue, Oak Line, Lakefront, in many cases, some of the most coveted real estate in Central Florida. And one thing that was funny, one time that I was there in a coffee shop, a longtime resident just spoke to me about it bluntly. Almost every house sold in the 3 streets get demolished. And yes, that's completely true. And a mansion gets built in its place. She described it as living through endless disruption, right? Bulldozers, cement mixers, backup beepers, impassable sidewalks. And she said to me, and I'm quoting here, Winter Park is basically being recreated as a brand new city. And I agree with her. She's not wrong. The Villas neighborhood, the area around Via Salimo, Via Tuscany, Via Lugano, saw 174 homes demolished over a 2-decade period. That's roughly 10 homes a year in a single neighborhood. And now in 2026, this number is going up even faster. The custom homes replacing them are routinely 4,000 to 6,000 square feet and frequently priced at $3, $4, and $5 million or more when they are completed. Now, is this bad? That is genuinely contested in this city. And I wanted to give you the both sides because as someone thinking about moving, buying, or selling in Winter Park, you deserve the honest picture. Now, this is the story I want to make sure you know about because it's happening right now. At this very moment, I'm recording this video, and it illustrates perfectly what is happening in Winter Park in 2026. There's a property, and this property is located at 1020 Palmer Avenue, a home called Merrywood. It was built in 1940 and designed by James Gamble Rogers II, the architect that defined Winter Park's historic aesthetic, right? Merrywood is one of the largest and most beautiful homes Roger ever designed. Over 7,000 square feet, a Spanish-style estate on nearly 4 acres of lakefront overlooking Lake Osceola. Original tile work, oak floors, decorative ironwork. If you have a chance, just stop by and take a walk before it's gone, right? And in March 2026, just 6 weeks before I started filming this video, a demolition application was filed for this property. Isn't that crazy? The city triggered a 90-day delay because the home appears in Florida's master site file. But the home is not on Winter Park official historic register, which means after 90 days, if nothing happens, a demolition permit can legally be issued. The city's historic preservation board can review it, but cannot block it. Preservation advocates are racing to find a buyer. Patsy Roger Owens, the architect's own granddaughter, is working to save it. She said, and I want you to hear this, Merrywood contributes to the historic character of our community. The beautifully designed historic homes are the goose that laid the golden egg in Winter Park. Once a building is gone, it's gone forever. And I agree with her. And here is the irony that I think explains this entire story. The owner of the largest new construction home in Winter Park today, a 31,000 square foot residence, lives just a few doors down from Merrywood on the same street. And the contrast between what is being preserved and what is being built is literally on the same block. And the reason I'm telling you this story is not to take a side on this preservation debate, of course. It is because this is the most honest possible illustration of what is at stake in Winter Park real estate right now. You are buying into a neighborhood that is actively redefining what it is, right? Whether you think this is a good or a bad thing shapes whether this is the right neighborhood for you or not. A quick pause here because I wanted to ask you a question. Do you think Winter Park is the right place for you? If you don't know the answer yet, that's totally fine. I can help you decide if this is the best neighborhood for you, for your family, based on your needs, based on your lifestyle, and based on your job. So feel free to reach out. The link is in the description below. Let's talk for 30 minutes and I'll help you love where you live. All right, so let's continue. All right, so let me give you the numbers that matters most. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to the extreme, right? I'm going to give you the most expensive example I know to make sure you understand the potential of Winter Park. Median homes here, valued across Winter Park, runs around $590,000. But the median new construction sale price here is $1.75 million. And that is the market showing you two completely different products in the same city. The teardown economics, for example, work like this at a simplified level. If you buy a lot for $400,000 to $800,000, spend $25,000 to $50,000 on demolition, and build a 4,000 square foot custom home at $500 to $700 per square foot, you're going to have an all-in cost somewhere between $2 and $3 million. If the location is premium, for example, close to Palmer Avenue, the Villas, and lakefront streets, you're potentially selling these homes for $3 to $5 million or more. And that spread is why builders keep coming. Now, I want to address the seller angle directly because a significant portion of my audience is homeowners in Winter Park who have been watching this happening around them, right? If you own a home in Winter Park that is 10, 15, 20 years old or older, the most important question you can ask yourself right now is my home priced as a home or is priced as a lot? Because if you're on a street where teardowns are commanding $600,000 to $800,000 for the land alone, and your home is a dated 3-bedroom from the 1980s, you may be dramatically underpricing what you're selling. The buyers who are looking at your property right now are not at all looking at it as a home to move into, okay? Keep that in mind. And some of them are looking as a site. Understanding the difference changes the pricing completely. It changes the strategy, your marketing, and who you're marketing to. So this is the conversation most agents never have in Winter Park when they're talking to sellers. But if your home has been sitting on the market, if you have had expired listing, it may be because it was positioned as a resale when it should have been positioned as a development opportunity. And that is completely different listing strategy, and I hope you understand it. All right, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and this is what I want to leave you with regarding Winter Park. We have two things going on at the same time. We have new developers coming and tearing down historic properties, and we also have long-term residents fighting for what Winter Park really is. You may agree with me or not, but Winter Park is the most charming city in the entire Central Florida, and numbers don't lie. People are still coming here because they are saying land value are still going up, and that is not going to stop. And also, people that live here for a long time, they don't want to lose what Winter Park really is. They don't want to lose the vibe. They don't want to lose that charming feel. And that battle, I believe, is going on for a long time. And this is why you should keep an eye on Winter Park going forward. Merrywood, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if this is going to stay here or not. And by the time you watch this video, you already may have an answer for that, right? And if you're still deciding about Winter Park, if you're still deciding if this should be your next step, if this should be the next place you put your money in, you live, or you invest, feel free to book a call with me. The link is in the description below. I'll be more than happy to walk you through everything you need to know before making a financial decision. And of course, love where you live. This is Pedro with eXp Realty. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.